but we'll see. So it's beautiful trot. And now around the corner, you can see the elasticity this horse has. It's really good cadence trot with good active hind legs, but it could be a little bit more uphill perhaps, and cover a little bit more ground. Now that's collected trot. You can see the beautiful forehand uphill feeling with a really good hind leg that's really active and through. And now the half pass to the left, and coming a little bit deep, and the mouth a little bit open and closed. And again, it just needs to be a little bit more uphill in the one to the left. The one to the right wasn't too bad, but the one to the left, it's not quite as good a mark. Super halt. And transition. Now let's see if we have a little bit extended trot. Mind you, we're behind it, so it's a bit difficult to see. Still really good hind legs, and the front feet way higher than the hind feet. Really good uphill feeling, even though we're behind it here. Coming into the PR. And you can see the lowering and the roundness over the back, and wow, like that's what Piaf's all about. And then the really beautiful, smooth, easy transition to Passage. It'll be interesting to see, because what the 007 horse has is beautiful, expressive front legs, and this horse has a very good hind leg, which maybe 007 just lacks a little bit in the hind leg department, but this horse really has something special going on there. The extended walk, big steps, good overtrack, really beautiful stretching to the rein. Again, maybe could have just a tiny bit more contact. It should remain on the bit. So now a very important transition. 10 marks here for the transition to Passage. Clear enough. Could be better, but still a nice mark, and really easy Passage. That's like it's got springs under its feet. Now the transition, good hind leg under, really good Piaf. Says me taking photos at the same time. It's a pretty exciting horse to photograph too. So pictures never lie. It's really expressive and boinging along. Oopsie, that is a disaster, because it is going to be very, very close in these top few horses, and to lose a mark with 10 marks from Passage to Canter, really on the rider's A's, and overdid the half halts, and the horse thought walk, and then the transition is not from Passage, so she's lost a few marks. And I'm not talking about the changes, except that I can say that it's not his forte, but he's doing a really good job. He tends to get a little bit airborne with the hind legs in the changes. They get his rumper's a little high, and he swings a little bit. It's definitely not on the forehand, but the hind legs get a little bit not carrying enough weight and pushing the front legs uphill. Extended canter, a little bit travers, and she practiced a lot of travers right on the way around the arena. I'm not sure why, before she went in, and as a consequence, I think the feeling of being straight was a little bit in travers. So again, maybe half a mark off, which isn't going to help. Now the zigzag, wow, it just makes the fluency and the change so easy. They just bounce up off the floor. Wow. It's wonderful, huh? And those changes were really sitting. It's just in the sequence change you get a little high. We'll see the ones from behind. This is more sitting than normal. It's great to see it from behind because you can see if the hind legs are getting higher than the front, and they're not. A little bit towards the end, but still fairly straight. Really impressive. Well, I've got a feeling she might be shaking up the leaders here a little bit. And it now is when you need every bit of concentration. Collect. Well, pirouette's a little big to begin, and now it's good. Now control it at the end. Wow, that's a pretty good mark. Now the change worth 10, a little bit swinging, but still. Oopsie, don't you dare walk. Uh-oh, woo. That could be the undoing of her winning this test. It gets that close, and especially on a coefficient mark, that's going to be, unfortunately, going to be a 4 instead of a 7. So that's 6 marks from every judge down the drain. You don't realise how easy it is with one little mistake. And I think it came from Sheridan was going to make certain she made a great pirouette, and she over-collected the horse for too long before the pirouette. It went to begin. She said, no, keep going, so it got distracted. Now the transition. Now she's got to get 9s all the way down the centre line. She can do it. Oops. A little bit rolled over, and yep, now we're back into it. Oh, such super piaffe, but unfortunately the muddle up coming into it, and it's not only for the piaffe but the transition as well. It's a glorious horse. Well ridden. Unfortunately, again, loss of marks for stepping back, and clearly stepping back into the halt. But still, Sheridan did some beautiful work.